As soon as I experienced that new level of physical, mental and spiritual health, like never before, I felt compelled to share my journey. And Mensch Chef was born, and yeah, the message is very powerful.
Who is Tomaso? Why do you call yourself Mensch Chef?
Well, obviously, a chef, healing diet coach, content creator, and advocate for sustainable living. And I'm here in the social media world to make the kitchen again the happy hub for creativity and well-being. I borrowed the word Mensch from the Yiddish vocabulary, which implies integrity, honor, fairness, and transparency. Qualities that I strive to embody in my channel, kitchen, and life. If you see my logo, I usually say that I'm the dot between Mensch and Chef.
What's your content about? The purpose of your channel?
Content is all about showcasing how sustainability and the plant-based lifestyle can be practical, enjoyable, and deeply fulfilling. I aim to empower and inspire my audience to integrate these practices into their daily, creating experiences that not only nourish the body but respect the environment. And I also invite them to be more conscious consumers and creators.
What makes your approach to cooking, sustainability, and social media different?
My approach is rooted in the belief that cooking is more than just preparing meals. It's an approach that intertwines the art of cooking with the science of well-being, transforming the matter into the energy that we need to foster a holistic lifestyle. That yes begins in the kitchen, but extended to every aspect of our life. And it's also about integrating sustainable practices that do not just reduce the waste or promise to save the environment, but are transformational for our well-being and enhance our well-being and consequentially the communities around us.
What's your background? How did you become a content creator?
I began my career in the kitchens of Italy, Spain, and UK, of course, cooking professionally for the past 15 years, opening my little restaurants, pop-ups, and developing brands, products, and concepts for the whole hospitality sector. Like, the kitchen became my sacred space, and cooking the way to express my creativity. And with the years, various studies, experiences, self-discovery, and lots of self-development, it was clear to me that food was much more. It became a medium for healing, well-being, and connection. As soon as I experienced that new level of physical, mental, and spiritual health, like never before, I felt compelled to share my journey. And Mensch Chef was born, and yeah, the message is very powerful.
When and why did you choose to create sustainable content?
Sustainable content. Sustainable content is just a reflection of my life. It's not something that I had to create out of the blue or completely new for me, like the development of a recipe or a menu for a client. It's what I do and what I live by, and I'm just trying to make it approachable for people that are coming into this world, because what I realize is that sustainability is a unique path for each individual, and it's about finding balance and harmony within one's life. And of course, it's not a word thrown by creators or brands for the usual greenwashing. Here I'm talking about content to inspire people in finding and embracing a very personal version of sustainability that fits their time, their resources and circumstances. It's about making choices that are realistically maintainable in the longer game, and obviously enriching for personal, social and family life.
You refer to ethical and sustainable gastronomy. What is it?
Ethical and sustainable gastronomy. It's my favorite, and it's about creating dishes intentionally that are as good for the earth as they are for our bodies. It's a culinary practice that respects the entire journey of the food by choosing plant-based ingredients, locally sourced, self-grown when possible, otherwise produced with environmentally friendly methods. We are not only nourishing ourselves but also nurturing the planet. And this is where my approach extends to the concept of food sovereignty, where we take back ownership of recipes and food preparations from mass manufacturers. Because making our own food is it's an empowering act, from milk, juices, bread, cheese, you name it. All the food that have now traditionally been left to industrial processes. And in doing this, we reclaim recipes and techniques that belongs to our households. We also exercise control over what we consume and ensure the right to healthy food, sustainable produce, and truly ours.
You say that your approach to food is more than cooking, but a holistic lifestyle. How does that work?
Simple. The way I see holistic lifestyle is about interconnection. How our choices in the kitchen affect our health, the communities around us, and the planet. It means understanding that what we eat, how we source, how we prepare, and how we consume resources is part of a larger ecosystem that we are ultimately responsible for maintaining. And you see, I use this platform to highlight the food transformative's role, not only on the diet aspect and level, but as a catalyst for growth. Through shared meals, memories, and cooking experiences, we foster stronger bonds, cultural exchanges, and a collective empowerment in a time where divisions are obviously bringing cloudy days in everyone's life. And that's why I push into the significance of understanding where our food comes from and choosing sources and methods that are ethically and sustainably sound. This empowers the viewers to make informed choice that aligns with their values and the well-being of the community. But in my home and for my personal approach, I bring in also the meditative aspect of cooking, with the act of preparing food as a therapeutic process that enhances focus and ground me to a greater connection with the present moment.
What is the biggest misconception about sustainable plant-based cooking and living? Are there any simple things people can do, or are there any useful hacks you can share?
I know the answer for this. That is too complex and costly. It's quite the opposite for me, especially when you start paying attention to common practices and common knowledge. A sustainable practice like mine can be easily integrated into everyone's life, saving money, time, and enhancing our meal and nutrition. The simplest step is to start small. Plan your meals and shop mindfully. Small actions lead to big changes. And like my friend here, Martin, aka Mensch Chef, says, with his no BS approach, eat the food that you buy. Great. I mean, it sounds simple, but we all being guilty of overbuying and producing unnecessary food waste. Another hack can be, and what I personally found useful, having an open pantry, even in a small space like the one I have. It helps a lot with my ADHD first, and then with the stock rotation and being on top of your cooking game.
Your answer to people saying vegan cooking is boring and just salads and tofu?
Look, I'll be brutally honest with this. I find cooking with animal products super easy, technically speaking, not challenging for one bit. And my clients, unfortunately, they know all vegan, and when I develop a menu concept and we are all on a testing panel, they are shocked about the flavors they bring in. because for me it's super easy and I've been trained for that, but they can't comprehend my ethical choices fully. Plant-based cooking, on the other side, can seem restrictive, and these limitations to me force you to expand your horizon. I mean, from a simple condiment to a whole meal, you need to combine flavors and textures in a way that brings a simple veggie to be the main hero and character. Also, with enough substance to have not just a tasty garnish, but a proper dish. And making that goes beyond satisfying. And definitely not boring.
What do you think the success of your content says about people's attitudes towards your philosophy and your channels? And what would you like them to take away?
Firstly, I'm super grateful for the success of the channel, and I think that the positive response to my content reflects a growing consciousness and also a desire for sustainable practices. It shows that people are eager for a change and that they appreciate practical guidance on how to make that change a reality in their everyday lives. Without a doubt, trying to deliver empowerment through knowledge and skills is the biggest driving force for the channel at the moment. Understanding food, educating about the importance of knowing how the food we buy is made, its origin, and owning back those recipes and methods, and how we cook and the food both carry an energy. All this has a meaningful impact with my audience, and it fosters a deep sense of appreciation. Look, what I do is essentially still development, and by demystifying the process of creating food from scratch, the DIY products, natural medicine, etc., I aim to empower my viewers with the knowledge and the confidence necessary to take control of their cooking and health, turning it also into a rewarding and self-affirming practice. Not just the choices, but beautiful practices that can enhance their life and the world around them.
Where do you see Mensch Chef in the long run? Hopes and goals?
I see Mensch Chef growing into this big community where people can learn and share not only cooking, but also their success in leading more healthy and sustainable lives. And my hope is that I see it becoming the movement that celebrates the art of living well and responsibly. I will try to impact the world one dish, one product, and one experience at a time.